If overpriced, bland takeout chicken drives you crazy and you want barbecue smoked chicken so juicy and flavorful, it'll have your family begging for seconds, you're in the right place. This isn't just talk. I'm sharing a dead simple, beginner proof way to smoke chicken that'll make you ditch takeout for good. It wasn't always this way. I once ruined a whole chicken that came out dry as a desert, tough as old boots. My buddies laughed at me. My kids pushed it around on their plates, and I swore from then on that I'd stick to burgers. But after a lot of trial and error, I have cracked the code. Now, my backyard barbecues are legendary. So stick with me, and I'll show you how to nail barbecue smoked chicken that's so addictive, you'll be the hero of every cookout. I'll use easy steps, stuff you already have, and a flavor trick most people miss. Let's get started. Look, nothing stinks more than spending hours smoking chicken, only for it to come out dry, bland, or worse, tough enough to bounce off the table. I've been there. A few summers back, I tried smoking a chicken for my in-laws. I thought, how hard could it be? I slapped on some rub, threw it on the grill, and ended up with meat so dry it could have been jerky. My father-in-law's polite smile still haunts me to this day. Dry chicken doesn't just waste good meat, it kills the vibe at your cookout. But here's the fix. A simple prep trick that locks in the juices from the start. Everybody is tender and bursting with flavor. We're going to start with a quick brine and layer on our seasoning. And this is going to make your barbecue smoked chicken juicy and addictive. This isn't about fancy gear or hours of work. It's about setting up the meat so it stays moist, no matter what smoker you've got. All right, grab a couple of whole chickens, or 4 to 6 breasts, or some leg quarters. It really works on anything. You want 4 to 5 pounds total, and this is going to feed a family of 4. First, we're going to mix the brine. 1 gallon of water, a half a cup of kosher salt, a quarter cup of brown sugar, and a splash of apple cider vinegar. This apple cider vinegar is going to add some tang to that mixture. Then we're going to submerge the chicken for about 2 to 4 hours in the fridge. No longer, or it's going to get mushy. Then you're going to remove it from the refrigerator and pat it dry with some paper towels. Now season it with a base layer of salt, pepper, and garlic powder. You want this to be light but even. Then hit it with a barbecue rub that's packed with smoked paprika and a pinch of cayenne for that addictive heat. Working into every crevice, especially under the skin. This brine and the double seasoning method makes your chicken 2 times juicier than just rub it and smoking it. The brine pumps flavor deep into the meat, while the rub builds a crust that'll have everyone fighting over the last piece. Try it and you'll feel the tenderness difference when you slice into it. When you nail barbecue smoked chicken, it's smoky, it's full of mouth-watering flavor, and unbelievably juicy. Honestly, it makes takeout taste like cardboard, but here's where most folks mess up. Too much heat or the wrong wood, and your chicken's either bitter or worse, flavorless. I learned this the hard way when I used too much hickory one time, and my chicken turned out tasting like an ashtray. Getting that smoke right means your chicken will hook everyone at the table, and you won't need pros to set up to do it. We're using a 2-stage smoking process. Low and slow to soak up the flavor, then a quick boost to crisp the skin. Apple or pecan wood gives you a mild sweet smoke that makes chicken so addictive without overpowering it. Fire up your smoker, pellet, offset, or even a basic charcoal grill. You're looking for a temperature between 250 and 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Add a couple chunks of apple wood for that sweet smoke, and avoid heavy woods like mesquite. Place your chicken breast side up, away from the direct heat. Then let it smoke for about 1 to 1.5 hours until the internal temperature hits 140 degrees. Use a probe thermometer. A cheap one will work fine here. Then bump the smoker up to 300 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. And at this temperature, the fat will render and the skin will crisp up. Now pull the breast at about 160 degrees. They'll hit 165 degrees while resting. For dark meat, pull it at 175 degrees for maximum juiciness. This method will give you that perfect golden brown skin, while also giving you that sweet and smoky flavor that makes barbecue smoked chicken so addictive. Plus, it's done in under 2 hours, so you're not stuck babysitting the smoker all day. Family gets restaurant quality chicken, and you get to kick back and enjoy the cookout. By the way, if you're new to backyard barbecue and need a little help with cooking times and temperatures, I have a free guide for you. It covers everything from meats to veggies and is perfect for getting started. All you have to do is just drop a 100 down in the comments below and I'll send it your way. A great smoking session gets you halfway there, but a boring finish can ruin your barbecue smoked chicken. Believe me, I've served chicken that tasted fine but looked dull on the outside. They say you eat with your eyes. But at that time, no one was impressed. Nobody was eating. So use a killer glaze and a simple side to turn your chicken into a meal so addictive that your family will forget takeout even exists. This is how you avoid wasting meat and make every cookout a win. We'll wrap the chicken with a butter hack to keep it tender and add a sticky sweet heat glaze. When your chicken hits 140 degrees Fahrenheit, lay out butcher paper or foil. Place each piece skin down and add a small pat of garlic, thyme, compound butter right on the meat. Then you're going to wrap tightly like a burrito and then return it to the smoker for 15 to 20 minutes. Unwrap and brush on the glaze and then mix equal parts of honey, barbecue sauce, and a dash of hot sauce. You're going to want to apply this in thin layers for the last 10 minutes of cooking. Then rest the chicken for about 10 minutes before serving. For the sides, toss on some corn cobs in their husk and smoke during the cooking phase. It's going to be about 40 minutes at 225 degrees, or mix up a quick slaw, shredded cabbage, apple cider vinegar, mayo, and a pinch of sugar. Now this butter up method, along with the glaze combo, makes your barbecue chicken glossy, juicy, and so flavorful, it's dangerous. Your family will rave, and you'll save a fortune on takeout. Now when it comes to leftovers, there probably won't be any. But if there is, then reheat the next day for some awesome tacos. So now you know how to make barbecue smoked chicken so addictive that you got no reason to hit the drive-thru ever again. With a quick brine, some smart smoking, and a killer glaze, you've turned a cheap cut into a backyard masterpiece. But what if you could take those same tricks, make ribs that fall apart with flavor? Check out this video right here where I show you how to easily smoke ribs so tender that they fall off the bone. You'll go from a beginner barbecuer to a rib master in just one cook. Check out that video now, and I'll see you there.